Hello and welcome or welcome back. I'm Bo, the wicked stepmom herself, all by my lonesome this time. Just as a heads up, I'm not sure I've mentioned this on this channel, but I do a combination of the Budget Mom, the Money Guys, and Caleb Hammer's budgeting systems, all kind of mixed into one. This is the closeout of this paycheck and this last week's transactions. Let's get right into it. We're going to start with April 12th. So I'll bring this up so you can see. Sorry about the noise. And if you noticed, I added transactions in here because I have a bad habit sometimes of putting the total amount in the budget, but not putting the actual transaction on here. Forgive me, please. But starting on the 12th, I got my half paycheck. So that was $600. I put 110 towards groceries, 167 towards Wynn's debt, $3 to snacky snacks, which is not my favorite. Well, I really love snacks, y'all. I really love snacks, but my waistline and my blood sugar do not. So I'm trying to cool it down a little bit starting this past week. And then my car wash membership came out on the 14th, just a day later than expected. So that's fine. And then snacky snacks, again, this one wasn't me. This one wasn't me for $4. Actually, wait. This one was me and Wynn. This one was just Wynn, actually. So 17th, me and Wynn went to Costco and got hot dogs. That was $4. Insurance, I sent $599 to that sinking fund. And then on the 18th, you see, we didn't spend a whole lot of money, y'all. On the 18th, Wynn saved some money. So he saved $590 for rollover to next paycheck because heating bill did not come out. Neither did kid bills. So that's going to be next paycheck. And then camp got $243, which finishes that savings challenge or savings goal. Back to school got $93, which finishes that savings goal. Clothes got $103, personal loan got $237, and his emergency fund got $20. And then you can see on the 19th, you see the other half of this paycheck that I actually got on the 11th. So I split it in half so that I can align my paychecks with his. So you can see here, these transactions technically already happened, which is why they're on the calendar. But that's my other half of the paycheck and then the rollover. Because it left this paycheck and it went into this paycheck, if that makes sense. So it's going to be inflow on the next paycheck. I haven't been putting rollover on the calendar reliably. I'm going to try to get better. For me as well as for you. And just so you know, I know someone occasionally mentions it. This line on my fingernail is not a problem. I smashed my finger and it's essentially like I smashed my finger a while ago. The entire fingernail came off and the line is essentially me having a dark scar on my nail bed. That's what happened. But I have had it checked by a dermatologist. Nothing is wrong with me other than being clumsy. It's fine. Everything's fine. Okay, let's look at what this means for the actual budget. And of course, I forgot to put a paper clip up, so we're gonna flip madly through the pages until I find what I'm looking for. Here we go. Okay, so this paycheck was April 5th to April 18th, and I am going to start by pulling a Christmas card. So, I know Wynn isn't here, but normally he wants to do this Christmas card thing right away. So, this is just a deck of card challenge that I got for free online from Lodo Family's website. I literally just Googled free deck of card challenge, PDF download, and it came up. So, yeah, it's $500 saving for Christmas. I am responsible for decorations and Wynn is responsible for gifts for his children specifically. So, yeah, that is that. And I'm just going to pick a card, any card. We're going to pull this one. Why not? Okay. And this is an 8. So we are saving $8. 8 of hearts. And I might pull one more card. Actually, yeah, I'm going to pull one more card because I'm probably not going to pick a joker. If I don't pick a joker, if I pick a joker, I'm going to put the card back. I'm cheating just a little bit. It's okay. There's just one joker left. Then I'm going to pick one more card. And let us see what we get. 5. Perfect. 5 of hearts. Okay. That's doable. Okay, so that is, the math, $13 being saved for Christmas. I am very pleased with this. So I try to pick a second card in the week if I pick a low number the first time, because I'm not really saving for 3 months out of this year, because I don't know what Wynn's pay is going to look like. During the summer. So I might have to spend some of my savings. So I don't want to like pressure myself into saving a lot of money during the summer. So I'm just going to pause. I'm going to pause and I'm going to try to survive. Okay. So we have $11 plus 8 plus 5. So that's $24 saved for Christmas total, which is not a lot, but it's adding up. It's adding up, y'all. Okay. Because really, I think the average that I have to save during the year is like $57 a month in order to get to 500 or something like that. I can't remember exactly what the number was, but it's pretty low. Okay. So the next step is to make this number all add up to 645 here. Is we got 645 minus 599 minus 24 is 22. So $22 is going to go to car maintenance. No. Yes, car maintenance. Okay. $22 to car maintenance. And then we are going to be good to go. And let me pause and write this down. Okay, just had to pause that for a moment to write that down because I need to remember to put this on the calendar, because sometimes I forget, but I got to remember to put this on the calendar and also transfer the money in my bank account, because that's like the most important step. Okay, so let's get into the final numbers for this paycheck budget. Okay. So, in case you haven't been around, this is a budget sheet that I got from Vertex 42. Link is always in the description below. I got it for free and just like edited it to match my needs. But let's get into it. I do week 1 numbers and final numbers. So these are not being added together or anything. This is all the transactions for this week plus the first week in this last column. I'm not sure if I mentioned that before. But in any case, inflow, final numbers. His paycheck was $2,029. My paycheck was $1,227, which of course is more than budgeted for, because that's the goal, y'all. That's the goal. We want to do better than we expect and not worse. And also I do like 4 drafts of my budget before it actually makes it to this sheet. So like I try to anticipate the problems, but also I do it way before I actually know how much my paycheck is. So it's never going to be exact, but it's going to be, I try to do better than I plan. I try to budget for worst case scenario. Okay. And then other income was $10. From savings was $357. No rollover this time. So that is a total inflow of $3,623, which of course is more than budgeted for. So we are happy with that. And then down to his spending. As you can see, kid bills did not come out, neither did heating bill. So that is, those two add up to $590, and that is what's going in the rollover, which is kind of savings and kind of just the leftover money, but I want this to be a zero-based budget, which means I've got to include it here. So subtotal is, oh, no, I skipped a step. Okay, internet was the 66 from last week. S&M collections was 50, and that was all that came out. So that is a rollover of $590, subtotal of $706, and that leaves us with $2,917. Okay, so his savings, and this is where the fun happens. He saved way more than what we budgeted for, so I am super stoked about that. So he saved $717 for his kids, and then $276 for a personal loan that's getting paid back in November. His emergency fund got $145. His wedding fund got $144, and gifts got $51. So that is a subtotal of $1,333 for his savings, which is honestly phenomenal. Leaves us with $1,584. And then we get to my spending. So for my spending, and I try to say this every video, but just in case I haven't, his spending, his saving, that's his bank accounts. My spending and my saving, that's my bank accounts, right? So this is basically two budgets in one. We're budgeting together even though our bank accounts are separate. So my monthly bills, $32 was the final amount, and that matched the budget, so yay. Sent his debt, that $167 that I budgeted for, so that's great. Dining out, I actually stayed under budget, y'all. I'm so proud of myself. Woo! $28 when I budgeted for $30. Slowed way down. I'm super stoked. Groceries got the $220 that I budgeted for. That's fine. Transportation got the $60 that I budgeted for. Health got the $75 that I budgeted for. Leaves us with a subtotal of $582 for my spending. And again, this money, I consider it spent, but a lot of it I still have, like, it's in my checking account. It's just allocated towards these things. So I'll spend like randomly throughout the month, but at least the money will be there. If I tracked every single transaction, it would be too much. And also, I wouldn't be able to really see when I was going over budget because the numbers would vary so much. Because some months I would go way under and some I'd go way over instead of just leveling it out. So this kind of levels it out where I just like track it over time, like little mini savings accounts. But anyway, that leaves us with $1,002. And so we get to my saving. So insurance got $599, which is way more than budgeted for, which I'm happy about. Car maintenance got the $22 that I just put on there, and Christmas got $24 total. So that is a subtotal of $645, leaves us with $357, which was savings spent. So that was Amazon Prime for $139, and furniture, which is this table right here, and the kitchen table, which this table had been wobbly for a while, and then it got broken. It was a bad time. The kitchen table was just wobbly, but it had to get replaced. It was way too wobbly. Like, stuff would fall off of it. It was not great. But yeah, that's $218 for those two tables. And that brings us with a subtotal of $357 for savings spent, which is the same as the amount of budget remaining. So that is a zero-based budget, which, as I've said before, does not mean my bank account went down to zero. It means every dollar that went in had a job to go out. I think that's about it. As I said before, everything I use, where it's the zero-based budget worksheet, which I got from Vertex 42, the calendar, which is from the Budget Mom. Let's see, what else do I use? The deck of cards challenge, the link to that is in the description. If there's anything else that I left out that you'd be interested in, let me know. I'm not I'm obviously not paid for this with my little 81 subscribers. But I like the accountability of sharing my journey to whip Win into shape, basically, and kind of myself too, because I have bad spending habits too. But I don't know. I feel it's important to kind of share this journey with joining a family and sharing expenses, but not sharing bank accounts. I don't think there are enough budgeters out here who do that. And if that interests you, subscribe, like, do the things. I appreciate you. I love you. Never forget that you deserve financial stability. And I hope you have a great day on purpose. Bye.